No, it reaches a point in your life where you just have to unlearn most of the things that you thought were true, but initially they're not true. We are so accustomed to the beliefs that we know from the past, from our culture, from our parents, that we so believe in our intuition, in our belief system, that is the total truth. That when you hear the real truth, you just brush it off. This happens that in the sense whereby you can hear most people take advices as basic things. Like, for example, when you see a rich person doing something, you start talking ill about them. When you see somebody working out, somebody who's doing really something good with their life, to you it's like, that's a wanafaya need it, ringa. But to them it's a normal life. Like that's the real thing. You yourself, you're so accustomed to the beliefs that you believe are true win in your life, but you don't see that. You only see that what somebody else is doing positively is like ring. We need to start changing our mindset. It reaches an age whereby whatever your parents taught you, whatever your teachers taught you, whatever somebody taught you when you were young, you have to really look into it deeply and ask yourself, is this something that is making my life better? That's what you need to do. Because let's say, for example, if you come up with a platform or a podcast whereby you're just talking about positive things, like, people will just brush it off because they're not accustomed to the real thing. They're not accustomed to the truth. They just love sitting around to have an abundance mindset. They just love wanapenda tu kuwa tu. So it reaches a point in your life where you have to change all of that. Nothing will make sense until you understand the truth is you going after success. Success can be defined differently for many people, but you don't have to just sit around thinking that life is going well in your life. Like, you don't have to push, you don't have to work hard. Like, for example, most people, working hard is easy. Going for something is easy. But because of lack of an abundance mindset, we think that everything is hard. You don't have much focus and focusing on what you want to do. You lose focus every time you start a project. When you want to start something on your own, it seems hard because you only love the easier way. And the easier way for most people is just sitting around. It's just lazing around. We have to train ourselves in the essence whereby we take doing things on time, working hard, pushing harder. That is what should be the norm. I think that's why most people, aside from the economy being bad and whatnot, most people are just comfortable with being employed because they don't want to put in the work. And it all boils down back to the belief system that they got. Maybe you taught that money grows on trees, all those nonsense, that the rich are evil. Have you ever touched that money? You try being the evil one then. But anyway, let's just try to unlearn. Sometimes stop learning. The best thing is to unlearn, then learn something new, because your belief system is cogged up with what you thought was the truth, but it's not the truth. Most of the times we waste so much time trying to build something, but we forget that we need to change our mindset. Even the Bible says, be renewed by your mindset. It starts from here, and it reaches an age whereby you really have to sit down and tackle everything by yourself. Look deep into your soul and ask yourself, is this what I really want? Is this something that's working out for me? Like, umekuwa whatever your mom was telling you, is it something that's really working for you? You've been accustomed to understand that life doesn't work. You've built that mentality in your head. That's why most people can't focus, because it's so hard for people to even build and focus on something. The same way you can't build muscle without pain. People are so afraid of pain. It's a small pain. Just for example, when it comes to mastery, when we want to master something, most human beings feel overwhelmed when they start something because they haven't mastered anything. They start this, they reach a point, they leave it behind. They start another thing, they reach a point, they leave it behind. So it reaches a point whereby you have like 10 things that are on your list that you still feel that you have to do them at the same time. No, the best thing for you is pick one thing, master it, put it aside, then start another. Don't be lazy. I'm talking to the people who really think that they can't do anything in this world. It all starts from your mindset, and it starts from what you were taught in the past. Start conditioning your mind. Repetition is everything. Just take a 90-day challenge, take a 1-week challenge. Sometimes we love these things, we love our phones, but sometimes just shut off your phone because it's distracting you. Take a notebook, take a diary, whatever. Write down what you want. Pick one thing. Say, this thing, I'm working on this thing for this one whole week. Sharpen your focus. That's the best way to go. Start by the small things. Start by focusing. Start by starting. Even the little things, it can be just waking up in the morning and going for a run. The more your body moves, the more your mind moves. So start conditioning your mind into thinking positive and abundance thinking, abundance thought, abundance mentality. That's what I would really want you to pick from this episode, because most of the time I get a lot of skepticism or pessimism from people when you try to teach them something new, but it's like they've built a wall whereby they can't take anything new, they can't take any new information. When you teach somebody, when you try to tell somebody that they can improve their life in a certain way, they're just comfortable with who they are because they think that's the truth. But it depends. You can't always look at people's lives and be envious and want to be like somebody, but you're not like too comfortable. You don't want to play a part in your own personal life to create something good, something that can change the world. So make sure you start conditioning your mind. Change your thoughts, change your mentality.